OK Beer Co. at West Main Lanes is one of the world's only bowling alleys with a full-fledged brewery. Ultimate Brew Service had the pleasure of making and installing their brewery from start to finish. There was a lot of preparation and work that went into making this happen, and we'll get into all of that over a good old-fashioned time lapse. We started by seeing if it was even possible to put a brewery in the space that they had envisioned. This room you see here used to be filled with old bowling machine parts and other miscellaneous stuff from the previous owners. It was basically treated as a maintenance shed. After taking room measurements, we went back to design a few floor plans and see what we needed to customize. After designing, the brewhouse platform became more snug and the 10-barrel tanks all became skinny versions to save floor space. The floor plan on the right side is a simple version of the final plan. Seth decided to go with a direct fire brewhouse, which meant bringing gas, electricity, and water back to the brewing area. Considering where the brewing space was relative to all the utilities, there was a lot of pipe and conduit that needed to be run going from the front of the building to the back. All of the gas, water, electricity, and glycol lines were prepared so that when the tanks arrived, it was essentially plug and play by making final connections. Because of this, we had Seth brewing in just a few days. This is a 2-vessel, 5-barrel direct fire, semi-automatically controlled brewhouse with a 10-barrel direct fire skinny HLT. The mash and lauter tun are combined in the vessel on the left. The boil kettle and whirlpool are combined in the vessel on the right. Seth opted for an automatic wort transfer feature, going from his lauter to his boil kettle. During mash-in, you have a diaphragm valve on your cold water inlet to dial in your strike water. The mixing valve ensures that the water temperature is consistent on its way to the temperature gauge and flow meter. Before the water hits your grist hydrator, there's one more diaphragm valve to help you hit your liquor-grist ratio. The grist hydrator is fed by a flexible auger that is fed by a miller that can crush 1,100 pounds an hour. Seth is mashing in about 15 to 20 minutes. The semi-auto control cabinet does 3 main functions. It allows you to control the speed of the mash/lauter rake, brewhouse pump, and HLT pump with an VFD. It does auto temperature control for the HLT and boil kettle, and it does temperature reads for all 3 of the vessels so you can monitor the status. There is a removable hop filter before the dual stage heat exchanger to prevent clogging and buildup. Dual stage means that city water and glycol are being used to cool the wort during knockout on its way to the unit tanks. Outside of the brewhouse, Seth went with 2 5-barrel unit tanks, 1 10-barrel unit tank, and 1 10-barrel bright to get started. Within 2 weeks of the day the time-lapse was filmed, OK Beer Co. had all of the unit tanks filled and were starting to see their first bubbles. When you go there, you can expect excellent beer, despite the name. Lots of crispy boys and seasonal rotation beers. They will open their doors officially on June 10th, so let's show some love to OK Beer Co. as they surely will become a pillar in the greater Rochester craft beer scene.